Hi guys, this is me, Rusty78609, headed to Rice, Texas. I said I wasn't going to go today because of the bad weather, but I got up this morning and checked the weather forecast, and it looked like by around 10 a.m. the clouds were going to kind of break up and the storms were going to go away. So I couldn't go do my walking right away, so I thought, well, I'll just go to Rice, Texas. Anyway, this is Rusty78609. It is right now about 7:30 a.m. It is spring. I turned the camera around so you can see it, but it's dark outside, and I noticed that it was really dark on the video, so I decided to do it. I'm doing an innie instead of an outie. You know, like a navel, you either got an innie or an outie. But anyway, this will just be a simple little video, easy listening, no challenges in this one. But again, I'm on my way to Rice, Texas. That's the home of the CASITA. The CASITA fiberglass travel trailer is manufactured in Rice, Texas, USA. And I talked with a salesman yesterday named Jonathan, and I told him I would probably be there today by about 11 o'clock, and it looks like I may make it. I'm going to go kind of the long way. I like to avoid Interstate 35 because of, number one, there's some construction on the way, and I hate that. And also, I don't like to be on Interstate 35 when it's raining because the traffic on that interstate is horrendous. So I'm going to go up through, I'm on Highway 281 right now, heading north from Burnett, Texas towards Lampasas. From Lampasas I'll go to Hamilton, Texas on 281, then I'll turn right and go east towards Meridian on Highway 22 all the way to Corsicana, Texas, and then turn north on Interstate 45 for a few miles to Rice, Texas. Should take about 3.5 hours or so, but I'm driving 60 miles an hour. I'm in no hurry. We've got a 4-lane highway here. Eventually I'll get on some 2-lane roads, but not too many. And I know y'all really want to hear all this crap, right? But the adventure continues, and you know, I'm not completely sold on the CASITA or the scamp. I mean, I know it appears to be indecisive, because whenever I'm making up my mind in a situation like this, I take my time, and I'll go one direction for a while, and then I'll go another direction for a while, and then pretty soon I'll settle down and make a choice. But I don't have to be in a hurry, because I have a scamp on order. It's in the queue, and it will be delivered near the end of November in Bacchus, Minnesota. I'll either go get it or have them deliver it part way or all the way. I'm not sure yet. We're not there. I don't have to make that decision yet, so we'll put that one off. It's starting to break up a little bit now. It was raining a little heavier and burn it, but right now it's starting to, that's what the radar showed, that it would break up a little bit. But anyway, so, you know, again, there's just, it's difficult to pick a unit, you know, because up until this year, CASITA manufactured the 13-footer, the 16-footer, and the 17-footer, and this year, of course, they don't manufacture the 13-footer anymore. And then they've got a 16 and a 17-footer, and the 16-footer has a 5-foot 10-inch inside, and the 17-footer has a 6-foot 2 or 3, depending on where you read it, I guess, inside height. I'm 6'2". Now the good thing about the scamps are they're all 6'3", which is great, and so that'll work for me. And also, I'm telling you, man, I don't know what it is. Even though I know it's small, I'm for some reason, for what I want to accomplish, the scamp 13-footer just may end up winning the race. I'm not sure, but we're going to go look at the CASITAs today. I'm going to do some videos of them, of their plant and their facility, and probably some stuff on the way. These will just be general videos. You know, they'll just be taking up space on YouTube, because, you know, the videos that get views are you know, like product reviews, or, you know, car accidents or stuff like that, or something really silly that I don't even care to watch anyway. But I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine and dandy. Fine and dandy. George Carlin does a skit on that. He said, you know, people say they're doing fine and dandy. He said he was never fine and dandy at the same time. He said sometimes he was fine, and other times he was dandy, but he was never, quote, fine and dandy at the same time. George Carlin, great comedian. What's that got to do with a CASITA travel trailer? Nothing. But I'm driving down the highway and thought I'd talk to somebody. Got to do something. Okay, guys, so what else is happening? I'm making up my mind on these units, and you know, I've had a lot of interesting comments related to, you know, somebody commented asking if, you know, when I get the CASITA or the Scamp, am I going to keep my home base? Of course, yeah. And, you know, they're concerned about, does my son own it or do I own it? What difference does it make who owns it? I mean, it's mine, I'm there, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, it's a lot of those probing questions. You're like, what kind of deodorant do you use? None. I don't use any. How about that? So, this is Highway 281. What else is happening? What else? Let's see, what other comments have I had? Oh, I've had comments related to how to find a home base, which is, you know, you just got to look. I don't have a solution for that. You just have to find a location you like and start looking. Or do a Zillow or whatever it is, search, and narrow it down. I brought plenty of water. Plenty of water. One comment this morning I read was a fellow that had started drinking 3 quarts a day of water, and he's lost some weight. Well, it does that, and the reason it does that is because when you've got your body, your intestine, you're full of water, you feel full, so you don't snack. Well, when you don't snack, you don't load up those extra calories, and the weight goes away. You know, why don't you gain weight from water? Well, you know, when your body's full of water, you do weigh more, but when you pee it all out, you're okay. And take deep breaths. We talk about that. He said he tried that, and he said he seemed to feel better. Well, that's good. You know, I mean, it works for me. Does it work for anybody else? I don't know. I really don't. Right now, it says the temperature outside is 65 degrees. It is very cloudy. Looks like it can rain any second, but I believe it's supposed to break up. And I'm cruising along now at 64 miles an hour and averaging 24 miles a gallon. My last tank was 26.1. So anyway, the pickup is fine. You know, the differences between the Scamp and the CASITA are basically minimal. They do have a different look, though. The CASITA is a little higher off the ground because of the 14-inch tires. They also have a 15-inch tire option. The Scamp uses a 13-inch tire, and it's a little lower to the ground, but you don't have to have an entry step. And on the CASITA, they don't have an entry step. You have to have a little step stool to get in and out. So, you know, there's just some little tweaky differences between the two that until you really start to examine them under a microscope, you never notice. And there's some things that come with the CASITA that I don't want. And there's things on the, I like the Scamp because it's plain Jane. When you build a Scamp your way, you get pretty much a basic unit with nothing, and you can add to it. But anyway, I'm just burning daylight here. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit, and I know you'll hear that in the speaker, but I did want to see how this works. It looks like the camera's holding pretty steady, and that's good. But I wanted to say good morning to all you guys, all you loyal viewers. I appreciate it. I really do. You know, it's working out okay. You know, it's working out. You know, I mean, I was hoping that at some point I could generate enough revenue from YouTube to pay for my camping experience, and I think that's going to work out because I'll be able to make, with, you know, just the views, I should be able to make $200 or $300 a month, and with that, you know, that'll cover it because, you know, the truck is an extra $100 a month. The travel trailer will be nothing as far as the budget goes, because it'll be the same amount per month. So my monthly budget will only have gone up $100, and if I go camping, then I'll use a little more gas, some camping fees, not much, and I'll stay at places for longer times in the travel trailer. That's my plan, is to go for a few months, you know, to actually leave out of Texas and be gone for the summer, just have my mail forwarded, and stay in the cooler climates and kind of cruise around and do videos. Hopefully that'll all work out. So far it has. So, anyway guys, this has just been a general video. I don't know what I'll call it. I'll just call it Good Morning from Texas, I guess. I'm not sure. Or On the Way to Rice. On the Way to CASITA. On the way to CASITA land. Kind of like Alice in Wonderland. So having said all that, guys, this will be my first video today. Will I do some more? Sure. Don't have anything else to do, guys. Anyway, oh shit, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy USA made when you can, drink plenty of H2O, water, 3 quarts a day will not hurt you. You may pee like a racehorse or a 2 or 3 pecker possum, but you will feel better. Take deep breaths, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Why? Because it relieves stress. It does. And relieving stress lowers your blood pressure and makes you feel better. So try those things, and then stretch, walk, do all that good stuff, keep your health. And we're going to go camping soon. You know, I had a comment this morning, you know, this guy said, you don't go camping anyway. What the hell, business is it yours with what I do? You know, I go when I get ready. I think I've said that about 5,000 times, but anyway. So anyway, guys, anyway, enjoy your day, keep your health, and you'll be seeing some CASITA videos hopefully pretty soon, next 6 hours anyway. So anyway, adios guys, bye-bye.